Hello, dear students, Honours 4th year, Department of Management. You are very senior students, final year student. Today, I am discussing regarding reserve and relevant affairs of bank management. The name of the paper is Bank Management. This is a virtual class. In this pandemic situation, not only in Bangladesh but worldwide, we like to keep our students in touch. That's why our Honorable Principal Sir, he took a very nice decision, and as per his decision, we are participating in this class. Instead of in the classroom, we are taking virtual classes, so that whenever and wherever you are staying, you can see, you can follow our scheduled classes. So you are with the nice coordination effort of the institution with virtual approach. Reserve is a very important thing for the bank management. If reserve is not sufficient in nature, then we may treat the bank or the financial institution as the sick institution. And what is that reserve? Actually, a portion of bank's fund which has been set aside for the purpose of assuring its ability to its liabilities to depositors in cash. If your fund is not sufficient, then positively we can say that bank is sick or weak in nature. To some extent, to deal the financial affairs of such banks and the financial institutions is sometimes disastrous, because financial matters are very sensitive in nature. So many reserves are there theoretically, but actually two types of reserve. Number one, there is legal reserve, another is cash reserve. Legal reserve is concerned and connected to the statutory liquidity requirement, SLR. When a certain bank is starting his banking business, then as per the rules or the prescription from Bangladesh Bank, say at least 10% to 18%, or it may vary, that the bank is bound to keep as reserve in the central bank. This is a statutory reserve. Another is the cash reserve. The cash reserve may be 13 to at least 5% from savings. This may also vary. For the credit control affairs, banks need to control it. Banks can be charged with higher reserve from daily transactions. It may be more than 13, up to 20. Banks has to regularize or increase or decrease reserve status because of credit control. Reserve sometimes are stressed. Developing countries like Bangladesh has to mitigate different challenges for the development works framed or chalked out by the government. For this purpose, a huge amount of money government needs to invest. As per the financial policies of the government may time to time take loan from the banks or for the other institutions or organizations. In this point, in this situation, there may be a pressure upon the reserve funds of the banks. And this may be commercial banks, specialized banks, or even the central banks has to provide money to the government to mitigating the development challenges. Another problem that creates a stress upon the reserve funds, there is so many challenges nowadays maximum countries do face regarding export and import. To mitigating the payments, banks are stressed for the reconciliation purpose with the counter banks for LC affairs or back-to-back LC affairs. Countries like Bangladesh, so many times we are facing several natural havocs and calamities problems. Countries like Indonesia, they face problems regarding natural disaster, cyclone, earthquake, etc. and etc. In this situation, government has to maintain a huge amount of money to mitigate these natural challenges. In recent, Bangladesh has been facing pandemic situation, not only Bangladesh but worldwide. Already USA government has declared $1.3 trillion. Oh no, sorry, it's more than $3 trillion. Bangladesh government has been declared about 70,000 crores taka for the industrial and service sectors to collect, to procure this fund. Obviously, there is a stress upon funds, reserve funds of the banks. So this is another major reason. Then war. If we follow the history of Second World War, the countries, those who were engaged in the war for the purpose of purchasing weapons and war expenditures, they had to maintain a huge amount of money. At a certain time, when there was no surplus money, then they sold out their gold reserve even to purchase weapons. During this pandemic situation, we are looking to occur war tendencies among different countries of the world. The countries, those who are supposed to engage in war with their counterpart, they are investing a huge amount of money for procuring weapons and to mitigating the military expenditures. which is very costly. Reserve is stressed sometimes when there is a question of forgery. Multivariate disposition of accounting or by hacking or by other malpractices by the administration or by the owners. This may create a huge pressure upon fund reserve. Bills negotiation and payment. This is concerned to reconciliation affairs within the country or negotiation with the abroad or with the foreign banks. Then another is this, that is effect of another country, affecting another country, as when currency is devaluated of a certain country. This is a very technical and critical problem. This mainly affects the export system of a country. Then let's discuss about the technical term, that is overall balancing liquidity management strategy in terms of reserve and the affairs in relation to reserve. This is a very important thing. Some relevant liquid assets, paperworks and concerned and connected to this liquidity management strategy. Number one, that is the treasury bill. Treasury bills is maybe an investment. Here banks can enjoy interest and service charges. Banks may sometimes invest its surplus money to other banks. That is a nice investment, bank to bank investment. Banks utilizing their reserve can invest in the different government funds. Bank can increase its reserve status to mitigate the multivariate challenges. It can borrow fund from other banking organizations or from abroad. Bank can utilizing its reserve fund can purchase different bills, and with the maturity of these bills, bank can earn a huge profit and huge amount of money that can keep in the reserve fund. From the reserve funds, bank can purchase different shares and debentures from the capital market, or directly bank can purchase shares of a certain other banks and institutions. Okay, these things I discussed. The another thing is very important thing. Theoretically, so many things we can show up, mitigating challenges. But nowadays, multi-varied technical and tactical challenges are occurring, which is theoretically not that much possible to mitigate. Say, number one, the chances of hacking. This is now a very burning question. Not only now, since this has been started last 20 years, the matter is very critical. For that, the banking organization needs very efficient and skilled workforce to maintain their accounts, to find out the pinpoint loopholes, otherwise their balance can be transferred and shifted. Few years back, what happened in our central bank? For this purpose, a professional personnel must be appointed, and this professional personnel simply, not only with their background, but time to time, a regular training within the organization and abroad must be maintained for attaining high quality accounting devices knowing, and the same time the system of maintaining this secrecy and the challenges of hacking. This is the thing today is my discussion matter. Actually, you the students, you are very senior level students, you know, though I am your teacher, but sometimes I also learn from you, because you are the new generation. You can very easily connect. You can very easily find out different facts, different informations and materials from online sources. This online source and service providing you the ample opportunity to have a very clean and clear vision regarding banking practice and the way or how you can hold the developmental measures of banks. If management is not properly handling this banking system, basically reserve fund about, then the bank may be collapsed. Anyway, today we are ending our discussion. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself away from any kinds of gathering. Right where you carry on your exercise, you take your right food, and be mentally fresh and refreshed. I wish you good luck. Thank you very much. See you next.